Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A very interesting article that claims that the armed forces of Ukraine have killed more than 500 Russian prisoners recruited by Wagner, private military contractors. I thought it's a mercenary company, no more. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda and it's from November 4th, 2022. Report. Armed forces of Ukraine have killed more than 500 Russian prisoners recruited by Wagner private military contractors. As of early November, more than 500 Russian prisoners have died in the war in Ukraine. The source is the insider based on data of the Ukrainian non-governmental organization Center for Analytical Studies and Countering Hybrid Threats and own calculations. The publication notes that the Ukrainian Center for the Analytical Studies and Countering Hybrid Threats discovered and verified more than 200 letters signed by Andrei Troshev, one of the heads of the Wagner Group, with condolences to the families of mercenaries recruited by Wagner in Russian colonies. Now they're mercenaries. But Blackwater was just a poor little contractor company. A posthumous medal for bravery is attached to the letter and the documents themselves, which are often published by relatives on social media, are neatly numbered, which makes it possible to draw conclusions about their number. The insider managed to contact some relatives of those on the list of the dead. They confirmed the information that their relatives went to war from the colonies and died on the territory of Ukraine. Based on the document numbering, the newspaper concludes that in less than a month, from 18th of September to 13th of October, Troshev sent at least 224 letters of condolences. In total, at least 458 prisoners hired by Yevgeny Prigozhin died in Ukraine by mid-October. And I'm quoting, over the past 3 weeks, dozens of new messages from relatives of prisoners about their deaths were published on social media. By the beginning of November, their number definitely exceeded 500. The exact number is unknown since none of the relatives posted photos of the awards where their serial number would be visible, the insider writes. And it says the relatives were probably warned that posting photos of the award document is prohibited. That's just in your imagination. At the same time, according to the estimates of the Important Stories website, at the end of September, the Prigozhin's PMC hired approximately 6,000 prisoners. At least 2,036 people out of them were taken at the time. At the same time, according to the estimates of the Important Stories website at the end of September, as I said, they got about 6,000, hired approximately 6,000 prisoners. And he says this means that by October, the armed forces of Ukraine had killed approximately a quarter of the Russian prisoners who reached the front, because it says at least 2,036 people out of them were taken at the time. At the same time, according to the center, the total number of mercenaries of the Wagner Group, including prisoners and ordinary mercenaries, that's not nice, including mercenaries of the Wagner Group, including prisoners and ordinary mercenaries who died in Ukraine, is from 800 to 1,000 people. The insider has posted the names and photos of some of the dead prisoners whose participation in the war and death was proven with the help of publicly available information. Among these people, there are those convicted of theft and the sales of narcotic substances, as well as those who served time for murder. Some relatives of those killed confirmed on the insider that they were indeed serving sentences in the colonies when they were recruited into the PMC and recently died in Ukraine. Well, maybe we hear that the cannabis girl, Brittany Greener, also volunteered for the Russians, and she applied for the Russian citizenship. Uh, who knows? She's one of those with delivery and not manufacturing, but at least delivery to intent of use. Anyway, possession with intent of use and whatever. So I don't know how many people died over there, but if they say that, oh my God, 500 prisoners who used to be, recruited from the colonies have died over there, this is, I don't know, they say it was verified. Okay, well, if it was verified, it was verified. And it's very interesting that these guys call Wagner group a mercenary group, even though I personally don't care how they're called, because they do the job they are hired to do. So private contractors or mercenaries, for me at least, is kind of the same thing. The rest is just technicalities. And why? It's because they are hired, so they receive money to go and kill. Now, you can call it what? Act of goodwill or volunteer. Yeah, you're a volunteer. Nobody grabbed you from the street and put you in a van and drove you to the training center and gave you a weapon to go and kill. So whatever, I do not have a how should I put it, a private contractor or mercenary. Yeah, they fight, they kill for money. It's not, they don't kill for and then the motives, you always can imply the motive based on your observation or your interpretation of facts. In this case, I think it's if I would be, let's say, in prison and I would have to serve, let's say, 20 years in prison, or I don't know, 15 years, 10 years, I would go and participate to defend, or in my, in my mind or in my country's mind, to go and defend the motherland. I mean, it's an honorable thing to do if obviously you believe that that's the reason why you will go over there. If you just go over there for fun, which some do, go for fun because they have nothing else better to do, yeah, for some it's a way of life. And if you don't believe me, I don't care, because I know it's like that. They go to kill. Some of them go for patriotic reasons, some go for monetary reasons, some go like these guys to be, their criminal history erased, and hopefully they hope that the war might end tomorrow and they will come back home and will be able to start their activities again. I hope not, but recidivism has a high rate. Anyway, people go fight for money, fight for various interests, and they also die. There's nothing, how should I put it, surprising about it. They were not taken, how should I put it, against their will. They made their decisions, and if they're able to operate and function on the front, that's the risk of their officers, because the officers have to deal with these guys, and if these guys become insubordinate, they have weapons on their disposal. So it's not like "Stai, polizia!" No, they're gonna get you. So they can fight back what I'm saying, and you have a problem on your hand. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.